Ngā mihi o te rā. A little bit of a different scenery today. I'm doing my mentorships a little bit differently this raumati, this summer. So I actually just wanted to make a quick video as I am putting the structure together for Te Matatuhi, the oracle again. This time round I've named it a wake-up call, and that is primarily because this is going to be again primarily meeting early dawn, right? And working with the dawn maiden, Hine Te Tama, and yeah, Hine Te Tama really represents the rising of the sun, and what really represents is that Empress energy. So this is a invitation really to join a mentorship and with me in business, which means that you're dedicating business time to your essentially when everybody goes into holiday mode. The reason why I started holding breathwork sessions in the ata in the morning was because of the subconscious programming that can be such a beautiful way to connect into your wealth and health systems. Just being a support system as well as your spiritual advisor. I live this life 24/7. I separated from a long-term relationship because it was the largest soul realignment that I needed in order to truly integrate that chapter of my life and my cycles, right? And the deeper we travel into actually utilizing the information that we invest in over the period of time, we're not just doing it for the piece of paper, and we're no longer just doing it because everybody else does it even though but it feels shit with you. Nah, we ain't living with that anymore. To really be soulful, soft, and what I would perceive to be as well educated within your own business, and it doesn't matter what type of business owner you are, every single part of the 3D has a mirror effect back to it, okay? So that's why you'll go into establishments, you'll get to know the staff within those establishments as a human, and you being the oracle, and you like moving through your life consciously and making intuitive decisions based on what it is that you're experiencing on your 3D reality, in your 3D reality, and all of those different identities that your human has to go through life with. And we often call these masks, right? But they're not actually masks. They are ideas of yourself. They're just like characters that you have created, and you have been playing roles. You've been playing along to like scripts from your childhood and things like that. So this 6-week wake up call where we literally wake up together is just helping you realign into values that reflect things that mean a lot to you, right? That could be the core of your business. And if so, then that means that you are operating out of your purpose, which gives you a lot of meaning. It gives you a lot of clarity on who you are, who you're striving to become, but simultaneously, you're not actually becoming that person, because you are that person already. You are that goddess, you are that oracle. And a part of being the oracle, a part of being the matatuhi, is embodying your wairuatanga, your whanaungatanga, understanding your roles, right, in the conscious way, just like what we said before. So this mentorship is going to assist you through your Gregorian calendar dates and events. So there's a lot of major holidays that I am running this mentorship over: Christmas, Boxing Day, Waitangi Day. No, I don't actually do Waitangi Day. I do, however, want to hold it until the 1st of April, but I am going to just check my Maramataka there. But it's helping you maneuver through that, and this is going to be really helpful. It's going to be a really beautiful investment for you to invest in. It's going to keep you soft, okay? So we do move through the Maramataka deeply in your dream realms. So with being in the morning that this mentorship is running over, I give a lot of structuring for your time and your space over the next 6 weeks, helping you maximize the space and what I hold, because ultimately I'm wanting you to level up in your 3D reality. And the easiest way to help you do that is by you essentially paying for that space, and it's guaranteed, right? Because that's how your money is spent. It's spent consciously, and it's spent on the self-development that you truly need assistance with, okay? Very normal too, I may add. All of that chaos that you move through daily, when you are weaving together your identity so you don't have to be so strung out, right? You're actually bringing time and space in close to yourself, so every single second of the day you are conscious, you are in your body, you are present. When you're in that space, you are open to receiving, because you're like, zoom, you're here, you're in the now, you're in the deep spiritual transformation journey of your human reality. So this is a 6-week commitment to show up for yourself in consistent time. Okay, I wrote in the consistent time because it's consistency, and you want to see consistency in your clients, right? That's how you sustain a wealthy abundance to come in to your spiritual business, because energetically you are aligned to that in your 3D reality, and you're able to attract beautiful, soulful, deep women who mean well, right? Who really mean well, who mean a lot of wealth. And that's that giving, and you're able to receive that. And we all know what happens when we well water ourselves, don't we? We find that consistency in our time and in our space because we are really balanced in our hini ngaro, our mental and emotional realms. And when you're in that space, when you're in that ventral vaga with your nervous system, you learn. You are able to retain knowledge. You're able to retain a sense of value of yourself, which makes you really magnetic, which makes you also really calm and really focused on your priorities, and moving through the shadows and disconnecting from yourself and disconnecting from people who are kind of really freaking toxic. You know, we don't always understand the processes and the journey. Sometimes we actually have to lean into spirit and really find ourselves within that connection, whatever that means to you, on whatever language that speaks to your human, so that wealth and our assets can multiply. It's self-development meets witchy business. Focusing on the regulation of the tinana, hiningaro, the wairua, and creating perspectives to accommodate the inevitable growth you are manifesting into your reality. It is that alchemist, it is that creatrix, it is the master communicator, the magician, right? I've really been loving picking up the cards again, and Raukura Tarot was born, so I myself have been moving through a lot of integrations of my identities. However, I'm on my third, going into my fourth cycle of this consistent time and space, and I'm really happy to be bringing the oracle back. We're going to delve into Te Wheke in the morning. We're going to be doing some breath work, and I have been working with a different breath this time. We're no longer going to be up-regulating. This is going to be a dawn rising with conscious connected breathing, which is just keeping a parasympathetic breath moving through your tinana, just with really soft gentleness. I found at the beginning of the year, the sympathetic nervous system activation can really keep you in that flight. And just shout out to all of the goddesses who delve into themselves in my mentorships. It's not easy. I'm soft, but I'm also very strong in my boundaries, and I giggle because in my personal life I can be a bit of a CUNT, and that is definitely a part of me, just being on the spectrum, and also really strong in the boundaries, also being strong on my boundaries. And if I get close enough to you that I see your potential, real beautiful magic can happen. So that invitation is to you if you want to get closer to yourself, because I'm just the guide providing sustenance and nourishment for you while you are moving through what can be really high stressful situations, especially on the matatuhi journey. It can be quite lonely while you are breaking the chains of your ancestral trauma. And a lot of the ancestral trauma and the colonization around this time and what society has been programmed into in that aspect can be really triggering for the oracles. So this is also a really soft space for you to land, to have medicine as a woman, to continue having that bridge into your spiritual self, and that's your mana, that's your prestige, right? I'm just here to anchor you into your heart while you move through really potential high stressful situations for your nervous system. I just ended a huge cycle, and there was just such a release after everything had come to a head, which was really over the Te Rako Nui, the full moon that we just had. It was unbelievably powerful. So to have this mentorship and the structure to support you moving through these energetic cycles, and there is a lot to read with the stars, and it really helps with the breath to have that balance, because the breath needs to be a really personal journey, and you really need to stay in body with the breath if you want to get the most out of the healing properties that happen within the alchemist of like your digestive system and your nervous system. But your nervous system ultimately are the wires of your tinana. So the quiet space for the dawn is so you can set yourself off for the day, and I will help you end the day as well in Te Po in the night throughout this journey. So you have someone who is really rooting for you, really actually cares about you, because it's my purpose to heal the healers, because I understand a lot, because I've been through so much human stuff. I'm very, very humble. So when I do speak, I do come across as a bit of a CUNT, but it's because I love you, okay? And I'm not judgmental, and that is the thing about the oracle. Neither are you. You really desire that soft space. If you do desire it, this mentorship is going to be for you. We can help each other. The energy exchange at the moment is $444 for 6 weeks, and yeah, it is paramount that you are exposing yourself to good people, to energy, and you're letting people in who are really grounded in pure intentions and good intentions, because on a spiritual level, once you get into your oracle state and you are there and you are aligned and you are grounded in your purpose, you cannot afford to have crusty dusties in your energy. You can't afford it, because it costs in your business, which has become a priority for you in your glow up, right? And that's where we come in. This is you're learning how to place boundaries in your business between intimacies and like professional relationships. This is your kawa, this is your govern. This is how you govern yourself, and you claim yourself and you reclaim yourself into sovereignty. Okay, and it's a beautiful journey. It's a private journey. It's an intimate journey. So I feel like that's why I'm doing this a little bit differently now. Just getting these messages to the people that they're meant for, right? If you're seeing this, I do feel like you are ready to invest and put money where your mouth is and actually take action into just up-leveling yourself. And I feel like if you're ready to outgrow your skins, if you're ready to move and mirth and morph, and you know, you're finished your hungry caterpillar stage and you're moving into your transformation, this is going to help you. Like I said, this is my 4th cycle that I'm moving into, so I'm moving very fluidly now over this year. And my business, it is my business to offer my services to aligned goddesses who are there as well, for you to get a tautoko. I'm not going to validate you, I'm going to confirm your knowing. This is a partnership, this is an agreement, this is a connection, right? I'm providing some masculine structure for you to help you get your shit together, to help you keep your shit together so you don't rely on anyone else. I have really built my empire brick by myself. I have ways of having access to many different resources that have accommodated my lifestyle. The choices that I make are very out of the 3D, so those in my personal private space have to accommodate that. So sometimes that takes realignment of ourselves in our mindset, because we have to change our behavior in order to manifest that reality that you're desiring to live in, right? But you're already there. That is the thing. So you don't need to actually rely on other people to build that business of yours. Everything that you put out into the world is for the love of being you. You love yourself. That is the core of what your business will thrive upon. And it doesn't even matter what kind of business you're into. You could work for yourself, you could work for a multi-million-dollar company. It doesn't matter. We're all the same. Your money story is going to reflect your self-development journey, okay? It's using lingo of all languages in a positive mindset, in a stable mindset, in a mindset that you're happy to reside in 24/7. Okay, sometimes that really requires you to approach things differently, and you know, mama ain't gonna be around all the time. So these 6-week transformations, I give you all of the information to spark your divine essence within you, to reclaim whatever I'm saying. It's going to reflect onto you, and you're going to be able to access that when you're in your body and you're ready to receive. It's about opening your heart and being honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, if you invest into something, and it doesn't even have to be with me, if you're investing in other readings or other coaches, or you're investing a lot of time into doom scrolling and procrastinating, if you are delegating time and space, fucking hating yourself, then that is what is gonna happen. Okay, you create your reality based on how you feel about yourself. So if you fucking love yourself, that is where the money is, that is where the relationship is, that is where the whakapapa healing is, you being the mum that you've always wanted to be. Fuck everybody else, doesn't matter. Life goes on. Life does not stop. Life moves in the flow. So this is a 6-week flow journey. It's the wake-up call. It's the tamanui tera kehi kehe. It is about being present and just learning your cycles, learning your flows. I'm going to give you basics of Te Wheke, which is a Māori health model that embodies a lot to do with your family, the way that you are breaking your generational traumas, you're ending utu, you're stepping up and you're stepping into the prophecies, right? They prophesized about you, Oracle. That has been a part of the journey. This was always your destiny as the Oracle, to come in with the Mauri, the mātauranga that you have, okay? All of the wisdom, all of the wealth, all of the knowledge. And this part of your journey is about being soft, is about being focused on yourself, and that is the growth that is going to keep that consistency of the seasons flowing. My grapes, when they were growing and they were in seed, they just smelled like the most beautifulest thing I've ever smelled in my whole life. My grapevine is freaking abundant, okay? If you claim to be the Oracle, then you have to remember that you embody the Empress. So growth, abundance, like huge growth. Expect growth when you take care of yourself. Expect growth when you learn about yourself and learn how to take care of yourself, okay? It's important to surround yourself with protection and things like that. So yeah, I have yapped for longer than I expected. This is kind of like a intuitive message, but also like a this is what we're doing right now. So if you're committed to 6 weeks of showing up in a space, and like this would be for people who are wanting to actually share, like open up to receive by having an open heart and coming in and actually sharing. So this is for the goddesses who are really opening and really wanting to activate their throat chakra so they can learn to actually communicate clearly. And a lot of that clear communication comes with understanding words, understanding the language that you are speaking to yourself, okay? This is also where I spiritually advise, all right? This will, I'm actually going to explain the structure of it in another video once I have put that down, okay? But as the oracle, your business is to be soft, receiving, mindful, open and calm, creative, to feel that wealth in your daily life, okay? You cycle into learning, seamlessly flowing to create a sense of time. You move out of that hourglass and you come into the moon. You come into the sovereignty of the cycles, and you have a respect for Papatūānuku. You have a respect for the world that we live in. It's time to wake up and remember all of the things that have happened throughout history in order to ground into that sense of time of who you are here today in the present. When you learn how to unfold your softness in the times of being challenged, that's where you get to live in your magic. It's important to oh yeah, we've said that. Yeah. Collectively grounding, okay, so helping each other in getting into that individual perception whilst simultaneously moving through whanaungatanga, through the collective, and what you understand from that. That what you get reflected back is your Te Wheke, which is the health model that we go into, which is, yeah, and we're going to be speaking more into spending your money consciously to build your empire brick by brick, which is what I said. I've been very open about my financial situation after leaving my 10-year relation, almost, I think it was like 7.5-year relationship, and then simultaneously breaking up and ending business with a business partner, and a lot of collaborations that I had going on. I ultimately built a community and then had to essentially walk away from it because it's just a part of life. It's just a part of growth. It's also a part of growing through your womanhood, right? We are not having the same mindsets as our mothers and how they felt about their bodies and how they felt about themselves and the relationships that they put themselves in. Ultimately, how we spend our money consciously to build our empire brick by brick is through the mindsets that we tell ourselves, and that we are better than our mothers in that sense, because we have more opportunity these days, which is shared and learnt through the sisterhood, building a clientele, building yourself a community that nourishes you, that feeds you, right? So you want to make sure that this is pure water, this is pure air, this is organic. Your energy exchanges are pleasurable, are magnetized by that wealth that is reflected within you, and with that you attract clients who are integral, who do what they're going to say, who yeah, you align with that, but it has to be in alignment with you and your barrels your boundaries, your morals, your ethics, okay, and your how you want to sustain yourself in that aspect. So it's a lot, but that's why it's soft. So I'm going to speak more onto the structure here. Like I said, I'm going to end this here. I love you. I will yeah, see you. DM me, comment below, At the moment it's $444. I don't have a start date, but you can invest, and then over the next like week I will let you know, but I will be in contact. Okay, you will be you're in the flow. As soon as you transfer that money into my bank, it's done. We work together for 6 weeks. I'm going to be hitting you up. Okay? Are you ready? Are you ready to be a goddess? Are you ready to see your business thrive and allow people to come in to receive you? You are. You absolutely are. Comment below. And yeah, I love you. Bye.